lovely, beautiful souls. I hope you are doing fantastic today, tonight. It is evening for me, but whatever time it is there, I hope it's been a beautiful day, morning, afternoon, night for yourselves. And I cannot wait to get into this special reading today. So today is all about what makes you special, what makes you stunning, what makes you beautiful, all of the above. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. So I have this brand new Oracle deck to kind of break us in, which I love this Oracle deck so much. The imagery is amazing. But let's go ahead and see here which one you guys will resonate with the most for your piles. So for pile one, we have this beautiful quartz crystal. And actually, I cannot remember the name of it, but it's not clear quartz. It's like a specific type of quartz because it has this back. I want to say it's yellow quartz or like citrine. Maybe citrine is what it is. I can't remember, but it's beautiful. I love this one. And it's for pile number one. And then for pile number two, we have this beautiful clear quartz. I actually got this inside of a candle from Home Goods. Hey, whatever works, right? So this is for pile number two. And then for pile number three, we have this beautiful amethyst that does have a little crackaroo in it, but it's fine. It's still beautiful, still pretty. It's a little dark in here, so it looks a bit dark, but I promise it's a beautiful purple color. So that is for pile number three. So go ahead and take a second, tune in to which energies are calling you the most, which ones you're drawn into the most. If it's one, if it's more than one, your intuition never steers you wrong. So do listen to that. Do keep in mind as well, these are general readings. So as always, my friends, take the shopping cart method. Take what resonates, leave behind what does not. All right. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and see you at your pile. All right, to everyone who chose pile number one with this beautiful, I want to say this is citrine, if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me. Maybe it's yellow calcite. Anyway, I'm not too sure the name of it, but I was just sitting with your crystal, getting a couple of hits about your energy. That sounded weird, but like getting to know your guys' energy. And the song by James Blunt, like, "You're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face in a crowded place." It is so cringy kind of when you look back, but it's a beautiful song. And that's exactly the song that popped into my mind when I was first getting into this. And it's funny because the crystal that you chose, like on the outside, there's not a whole lot going on there. It looks just like a normal piece of rock when you're out hiking, or when you're walking your neighborhood, nothing special. But when you crack it open inside, this beautiful, sparkly wonder emerges. And I feel like this is you guys. You are very deep souls. It takes a little bit to get to know you. Some people may misread you or misjudge you, misunderstand you because they see this and they may make certain assumptions or stereotypes about who you are, who they think you are, and they would project that onto you. But in reality, you are this beautiful, gleaming, shining gem of a person, truly. Not to bring in too many puns here, but it's true. You really do shine from the inside out. We're just going to make this reading as cliche as possible. That is the goal of this reading, no. But something that I am getting is you guys may have grown up feeling a little bit insecure just because before you kind of this was like hard earned, this piece of you, that we're seeing right here, this was hard earned. This did not come easily. And when you were younger, you may have always accepted the projections of other people, and you may have just accepted this as like, oh, that's who I am. I am just who they say I am, and I'm nothing more. But as you kind of came into your own, as you got older, you were like, wait a second, this doesn't feel right. I don't feel like I match the expectations that my friend groups, my family, society is placing on me. I feel like I'm not someone who can be fit within a description, within a box. And so you step outside of that and you become this beautiful thing unto yourself, that is just like this one of a kind, like sculpture, like masterpiece that people will look at in awe and be like, wow, like that's so cool. You know, there's nothing else like you. There truly is nothing else like you. But it didn't come without a price. You may have felt very insecure at a young age. You may have had a lot of doubts. You may have dealt with a lot of making yourself fit in to these boxes, to these categories, to be able to be seen as acceptable, you know, to be seen as someone who fits in with the rest of the crowd. But as you're growing into yourself, you're recognizing that you do not fit into the crowd, and you really don't want to. How boring is that if everybody is the same? You're recognizing that to be different, to be unique, yeah, you can be misjudged for sure, but you are so much happier standing in who you are instead of covering that up to make everybody else happy. But inside, you know that you're betraying who matters most, and that's yourself, right? So that's just something that I'm getting first off, but we are going to dive into some tarot here. This is my tarot of deities and fairy tales around the world, and it is still kind of new, so it's a little bit tough. I wish I could riffle shuffle. I've seen people do that, and I'm like, that is so cool. But unfortunately, your girl does not have that skill mastered yet. So we're gonna do the old-fashioned, the old-fashioned way here, and you know, just hope for the best. So that's really all this is. So spirit, higher selves of pile number one. What makes pile one beautiful? What makes pile one stunning? What makes them unique? I want to hear it all. Tell me everything that makes pile one special. Oh, so many things. There was one that fell on the floor, I think, here. Where is it? There it is. Okay, am I taking this one? No. Okay. Alrighty. What makes pile one special and unique, spirits? What makes pile one special and unique? You're very gifted with your voice, is something I just heard. Am I taking these on? Yeah, okay. So first off, we have the Hierophant. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. And I'm going to take a look at these right side up for a second, because these are, this is a new deck that I haven't worked with too often. Okay. Alrighty. Spirit, what makes pile one beautiful? What makes pile one stunning? What makes pile one unique? Oh my gosh, your guys' cards are just going. They're going. They have a life of their own. Oh, what was I saying? Yes, so you guys have a very distinct voice is what I'm hearing too. So you can have a very healing voice. People could like to listen to you speak. You know how you have those friends where you could just listen to them tell stories forever, you know, and you just feel so soothed when they're talking. That's kind of what they're showing me about your voice. It's very soothing voice. And then we have 7 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What makes pile 1 special, unique? What makes pile 1 beautiful? Spirit and higher selves of pile 1. One more. You can do it. Am I taking that? Yes. Oh, 8 of Swords. Yeah. And then back of the deck, we have Death. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at your cards. I'm laughing because they just popped into my hat. Okay, so we have very high music tastes over here. Obviously, I'm just ratting myself out, but I just heard a Taylor Swift song. And it was that song where she's like, oh gosh, it was from her Reputation album. And she was like doing a little call skit in the middle of her song. And she was like, can I talk to Taylor? Oh no, you can't talk to the old Taylor. That's right, because she's dead. And it's like, that's kind of, that's what I'm getting here with the Death card. So first off, let me just say, like, you have reinvented yourself. You have really rebirthed yourself. I don't like that word, like rebirthed. That sounds so weird. But you've really taken yourself out of these energies of people betraying you, of people not seeing your worth, of people projecting onto you, of people bullying you. Bullying could have been a huge thing for you throughout school. People judge, people push down, people are skeptical of what they don't understand. And a lot of times your soul is so amorphous, like no one can put their finger on you. And so because of that, because you have this uniqueness that is just your own and you don't fit into the standards of as everybody else, you maybe were picked on a lot in school, and that could have been something that caused you then to be like, okay, I need to now dress a certain way. I need to talk a certain way. I need to act a certain way. This is acceptable in public. This is not acceptable in public. I'm okay to do this. I'm not okay to do this. And you put all of these regulations on yourself, and you kind of squish yourself into these parameters so that you're acceptable for other people, so that other people look at you and they're like, oh yeah, she's normal. Oh yeah, she's average. Oh yeah, she's like everybody else now. But when you were standing out in your true power, it almost scared other people because it acted as, it kind of showed the people who were bullying you or projecting onto you, it showed them their own hurts. Maybe they were afraid themselves to be able to stand in their own strength and power, or maybe they didn't even know what that was because of things maybe going on at home in their family environment. And so you being yourself and you being so joyful and positive and such a light to unto yourself, I think what it did is it may have triggered these bullies or these people that tried to kind of tell you that you're not okay. Even teachers, I'm getting teachers were possibly doing this to you when you were in childhood, but there's such the sense of like authority with the Hierophant, highly intuitive, you're a highly creative soul, you're very evolved at the soul level, and there's this 7 of Cups energy, which is just wonder, which is, and I also feel like these are all of your gifts. Like you are just such a gifted person. And it's like when you're able to stand in your true light, other people can see it. It's so obvious because it just like, it just, the light of your gifts and your talents bounces off of you. And it can really trigger some other people. It can cause other people to maybe feel insecure because they don't feel good enough themselves, which, you know, I'm not trying to validate their behavior or excuse what they did. It's not right. But that could have been why they did what they did. And for you, you handled it so beautifully though. Like I'm showing here this 8 of Swords energy as well. you felt very alone. You felt very much isolated. Do you see how she's crying here all by herself? There's nobody around her. And that's kind of how you felt at different periods of your life. You felt like nobody understands me. Nobody knows what I'm going through. Even telling your family at home things that have happened. It's like, oh yeah, that's just how kids are. Or it's okay, you'll get over it. Or it's not that bad. And there was maybe a lot of like, not gaslighting, so maybe gaslighting, but I'm getting more of like people not validating your emotions, people not validating your perspective and your feelings. And so it caused you to maybe shut down to the people around you. Like, okay, if you're not going to understand what I'm going through, if you're not going to validate my emotions or my thoughts, then I just won't share things anymore with anybody. And so there was this period, I feel, of isolation that you went through because of this very tumultuous time that you had throughout childhood and through your growing up years. But this Hierophant energy, the Seven of Cups energy, has always existed inside of you. It's always been there, ready and waiting to come out. And then with this Death card, it's like finally you just emerged and you were like, you know what? I'll be danged if I'm going to let life beat me down. I'll be danged if I'm going to let other people determine my worth, my value. I will not let that happen. I am my own person. This is who I am. I don't have to change myself. I'm not worse than anybody else because I'm different. In fact, that's what makes me me. That's what makes me so special. And that's what makes me have a zest for life and such a passion for doing things, is because I'm able to be myself and not have to worry, because it's sometimes it's very hard to be able to do all of this thinking, right? Like, oh, what's okay to do, what's not okay to do. And it's all of this like overthinking energy of exhaustion that I'm feeling here that you had to go through in a period of your life. And it's like, finally, you were just shutting that and you were just like, wow, here I am, world. This is me. Like it or leave it, you know? Oh my gosh, Camp Rock is coming through now. You guys, don't judge me. I like all music. I don't know why these specific genres are coming out right now, but I'm hearing the Camp Rock song like that Demi Lovato sings. I love Demi Lovato, so maybe that's why. But she's like, this is me. She's like, this is real, this is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Something, something, something. I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I don't know if I'm supposed to sing songs. I was just thinking about that. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to be singing songs. I'm not sure if they're copyrighted. I may have to edit these things out. Anyway, I'll say the lyrics just in case I had to edit out the singing, because I'm not sure if the song is copyrighted. Oh, legalities. Oh, this is so much fun. So the song coming through is Camp Rock, where she says, this is real, this is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Gonna let the light shine on me. That's what I'm feeling here. You were finally like, dang it, I don't freaking care. I am who I am. Love me, hate me, say what you want about me. Britney Spears coming through now, if you seek Amy. Just high music taste over here. Really good quality stuff, guys. What can I say? But that's you. You reinvented yourself, and it's like boom, 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 boom. And suddenly you're embodying this Hierophant Seven of Cups energy, and you're just like this gleaming gem of a person. Wow, you know what I mean? So that's beautiful. That is definitely a big overcoming that you've had to do. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards here. Thank you. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Okay. Yes, okay, so I'm taking these. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we have number 11, find your motivation. All right, with a lot of moon energy coming through. And then number 10, be fluid. And then we have that mermaid energy coming through. Beautiful. Okay, I'm actually gonna do one more. This is my new Oracle deck. I love it so much. This is Very, very pretty. This is the one that was on the cover of the thumbnail, with the woman holding up the rose petals or the flower petals, whatever you want to call it. But the artwork on here is beautiful, and I just love the messages. So one more card here for pile number 1, please, Spirit. Let's see, Spirit. What makes pile 1 unique, beautiful, and special? Ooh, just the top. Okay. All right. It's so funny how they do that. Yeah, lots of moon energy coming through here. Then we have honor the cycles. Number 14. Bottom of the deck energy. Number 31, tap into your primal power. Okay, this is just like, yeah, this is just reiterating everything that I was saying before. So number 1, you guys are very, very psychic, and this could have been why it was so tough for you to kind of, sorry, just getting my life in order here, don't mind me. This could have been why it was tough for you guys to kind of work things out when you were growing up. Like, you were so tapped into the higher realms, and you already come from higher dimensions anyway. And in higher dimensions, the energy is so different than it is down here. There's so much more light. There's so much more love. I was doing a starseed reading recently, and something that the starseed beings who are helping me channel were coming through and telling me was that there's no social hierarchy in the higher realms. Everybody is celebrated for their own unique talent or skill or ability that they have mastered or that they specialize in. There's no like, oh, this person's worse because they want to do this, or this person's better because they're doing, you know, X, Y, and Z. Everybody's celebrated equally. And I feel like that is such a beautiful energy. And that's the energy that feels like home to you. That's what you know. And that's what resonates the most with your soul. And so it's very tough, I'm hearing, coming down here, being in a society, in a plane of existence where it's like suddenly this hierarchy is in order, and these social expectations and these stereotypes and these stigmas are placed on you. And it's like, it's kind of like your soul is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I didn't ask for any of this. Like, what the heck is going on here? Like, humans are crazy type of a thing. You love incarnating, and your soul wants to help, which is why you're here. But at the same time, you're like, what is going on? Like, this is not what I'm used to. But yeah, so you definitely were tapped into the higher realms a lot as a kid, and I'm seeing a lot of divine feminine energy here with the moon coming through in both of these cards, and then the third eye over here that has the light there. That's also a big sign that your intuition is very, very powerful. And you know what? You could also really resonate with water. I'm seeing water here. I'm seeing water here. Fire's coming in as well. But we have a lot of water energy here, and then also here with the Hierophant coming through also, and then Four of Swords. Yeah, no water there. So you just have this like beautiful way of creativity. It's like this flowy creativeness. Like I said, your voice is very soothing. You could be a writer. You could love poetry or writing stories or nonfiction. You could write music. You could play instruments. You know, anything creative you really excel at, and your soul is very, very like flowy, you know what I mean? Like, it's very much like a nurturing mother energy. It's very much a, yeah, it's like this guiding energy with the Hierophant, and then honor the cycles here. It's like this guiding energy, very soft, very flowy, very free. You don't like to be put in boxes. You don't like to be told what to do. You could not really resonate with the whole 9-to-5 shindig. You could really want to be an entrepreneur. You could want to start your own business, which I'm hearing for a lot of you that would make the most sense for your soul type, because you really don't like the matrix. You don't like this 3D matrix, and having to be told to go into an office every day. Your soul resonates with being on your own schedule, creating what you want when you want, and being your own boss. So that's something that definitely feels right for you. But also we have 31, tap into your primal power. So this is you actually being able to reinvent yourself. This is you being able to add fire to this water element, because I feel like this water element, this softness has always existed in you, but it's almost like because of that softness, people interpreted that for weakness. And so they almost felt like they could put their projections onto you. They could bully you because you're such the soft, sweet, beautiful soul. But you've had to learn how to be able to come into your own. And after you reinvent, yeah, it's funny that it's right underneath the death card here. So it's almost like after you reinvent yourself, you don't become hard. You don't create blockages for yourself. You don't harden your heart. But it's almost like, yeah, so that saying definitely applies to you. You have done so much work on yourself. Can I just say, pile one, like, I am so freaking proud of you. You have done so much shadow work, so much growth, so much intentional reshaping of yourself at such a deep level. And that's not easy to do. Can I just say how freaking amazing you are? Like, I feel like you guys do not give yourself enough credit, is what I'm getting from this as well. You do not give yourself enough credit for who you are and what you've done and what you've been through, and then how you've created the person you are today as a result of that. I feel like you're very like critical, where you're like, oh, it could have been better. Oh, I could still do this, or I could still do that, or oh, I'm not as good as I think I am. No, give yourself more credit, pile one. I am telling you right now, you are amazing at all of this work that I'm seeing that you've done here, of the trials you've gone through, of all of the struggle you've gone through, a lot of hurt, a lot of betrayal, a lot of sadness, a lot of isolation, like I was showing you down here with the 8 of Swords. So much sadness, so much loneliness. But you were able to pull yourself through it, and you were able to make yourself new again. And what was I saying before? Oh, so it reminds me of that saying where you are the epitome of thick skin, soft heart. Right? A lot of people do the reverse. When they have struggle in life, when they have people putting on their projections to them, when they have very tumultuous growing ups, what they'll do is they'll harden their heart and they have a soft skin. So everyone's very offended very easily. Everything has to, I'm not going to get into that, but there's a lot of mud throwing that suddenly comes out. And then you have really emotionally stunted adults trying to play dress up and trying to go about their everyday lives, but they have these emotional wounds inside of themselves, and they're still little kids inside because they haven't fully done that shadow work that I'm seeing you have done here, pile one. You've totally done it, and you have not a hard heart and a soft skin, but a soft heart and a thick skin, right? Which is just such a beautiful place to be. And you have such this divine feminine energy. It doesn't matter if by gender you resonate with being a female or a male or non-binary or whatever the case may be for your situation, but you definitely have a lot of divine feminine presence within your energetic makeup that I'm seeing here. And you could resonate with being a starseed for sure. That's definitely something that I'm getting here. Lots of starseed energy. Definitely a lot of like mystical energy as well. So you guys have been healers in past lives too, which could be why you have a lot of this nurturing energy to you, which is why you also have this softness that people misinterpret for being misinterpret for being weakness, but it's really just vulnerability. And that is truly what makes, it's like your secret weapon is what I just heard. It's like kapow, you know what I mean? Like vulnerability coming at you, compassion coming at you, like world peace coming at you, pew, pew, pew. That's like your superpower, is being able to tap into these soft energies, but use them for good. But here it's like in the 3D, people misinterpret that for oh, she's weak, I can take advantage of that energy. She's, what is that called? Pulling the wool over someone's eyes. Not vulnerable. Geez, what is that called? Gullible. She's gullible, so I can easily just manipulate her. And maybe in the past people have done that, but you've become wise to that. You have truly taken your power back, pile one, in this beautiful energy, and you have just been like, nope, psych, you can't do that to me anymore. I am my own person. I see what you're trying to do, and I'm not about it, right? So this is awesome. All right. And these cards are a little bit, they're like rectangles. I love the back of these though. They're so pretty, aren't they? I don't know how I'm going to shuffle these, you guys. Let's maybe do this. I've never done this before. This is very, very interesting. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shuffle these a little bit, and then we're going to cut the deck in half. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So, Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? Good. Okay. Yeah. So we have learning to love myself, and then we have this energy coming through. That's beautiful. I love that. So we have, I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. Yes, what did I just say? Are these accurate readings or what? Amazing. I realize that I am a being of light and I allow myself to shine. Exactly what I was just saying. That's everything I was just saying, was that your strength is in your ability to be able to transform what hurt you in the past, and you emerge as this beautiful, brilliant, like shining, gleaming, you are this beautiful geode of a soul. Oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna get one more. I'm gonna do one more. So Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? This is such an oddly shaped deck. What makes pile 1 beautiful? Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, inner strength. And then we have this energy coming through. Beautiful. All right, so we have nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. Exactly. I realize my innate qualities and abilities and know that with God or Spirit, the Creator, whatever you believe in, insert that there, I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. Yeah. What did I just say here? Inner strength, and then tapping into primal power. This is what you have created yourself into. You should be so proud of yourself. This is what makes you stunning. This is what makes you unique. This is what makes you undeniably you, pile 1. And then, yeah, at the bottom of the deck, we have choice. I choose serenity, light, and positive energy. No matter what I go through, I choose happiness. Yeah, exactly. So you have this way of being able to alchemize, and yeah, and you being a healer in past lives, I'm not surprised, because healers are very, very good at working with energy, and you have to be able to alchemize energy very well in order to have gone through what you've gone through and come out the other side being this gem of a soul that you are. You are definitely the type, I want to be friends with you, pile 1. You're amazing. You are totally someone that I know would be there for me in a heartbeat. If I ever need help, if people ever need help, I'm sorry, talking to myself in first person. If your friends, if people ever need you, you're the type of person who's always there for them no matter what. You are the reliable one. You are the one who's like, you know what? Let me make myself available, but not in a way to where you're over giving. Now you know your worth, you know your value, you have that inner strength that you've created, you have that self-love that you've tapped into. So you make sure and you receive, but you're definitely, your soul loves to be able to give to other people. That's where you thrive, is being able to make other people, or help other people find comfort, find peace, find happiness, you know? And so you're always that shoulder that people can lean on. If someone ever needs someone to hear them out or listen to them, you're such a good listener as well, pile 1. You make people feel valued just by being attentive to them. Because you know how some people can, when you're talking, it's like they're doing other stuff, or it looks like they're not really all the way there and they're kind of zoning out as you're talking, and it doesn't really make you feel that good. You're like, and it makes you feel a bit awkward. You don't really want to share too much with that friend because you don't feel like they actually care. And with you, you are so attentive. When people talk to you, you look them in the eyes. You make sure that you know that they're your priority in that time, in that moment. And that makes people drawn to you. You make people feel valued. You make people feel special, which is a very, very rare quality to have in people. A lot of people are just concerned with getting, and they're concerned with how they look to other people. But you're very concerned with how you make other people feel. You're very much someone who, if there's someone who's kind of standing by themselves at like a party or a social gathering, you will make a point to go over and talk to that person to try and make them feel like they are a part of the group, because you know how that feels. You've been that person before, and you look out for the underdog. That's you, pile one. This is awesome. You're amazing. Did I say you don't give yourself enough credit, that you're too hard on yourself sometime? Because you need to hear that again. You are too hard on yourself. Give yourself more credit. You're amazing. Okay. All right. So we are going to pull some more oracle. So Spirit, what makes pile one unique, stunning, beautiful, all of the above? Doop, 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 doop. Oh my goodness. Yes. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's see. Come on. You know what? I find that I have to do this quite often. There's like a lot of energy that just, and I don't know, maybe someone can show me, because I usually cleanse. Oh, there we go. Too many. I usually cleanse my oracle decks with selenite before I read them. But for some reason, like, the energy is just stuck most times. And it didn't used to be this way, so I don't know why that happened. See what I mean, pile one? I'm like talking to you as if I would talk to a friend. You're that type of person. You make people feel so comfortable. And in your energy, I feel completely comfortable. Like I said, I want to be friends with you. I feel like we can just be like sitting in my room right now, just like chit-chatting and talking. You know what I mean? So that's you. You make people feel special. You make people feel valued. This is too many. Although I'm not surprised. What did I say? Psychic. You definitely have high intuitive abilities, but this is way too many cards. So we are going to do it one more time. Oh my gosh, we got a jumper. And your cards are just slipping all over the place, pile one. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, divine masculine, electric active power. So this is exactly what you've tapped into with this tap into the primal power. You're very much in your divine feminine naturally. That's where you come from in the higher realms, as a starseed, as a mystic, as a past life healer, as a past life energy worker especially. But it's like when you reinvented yourself, you had to learn how to bring out this divine masculine, this kind of not hardness, but this standing up for yourself, knowing your worth, being able to validate your own needs, your own emotions, and not really caring about other people putting those projections onto you, but instead asking your own soul if what you're doing resonates with you, if you feel good doing it and other people don't approve, that's okay. This divine masculine is coming through to protect you, to say it's okay, move forward anyway, be yourself anyway, do this anyway, wear this anyway, say this anyway, because this is your soul coming through, and this is who you really are underneath all of those layers that you put on yourself when you were younger. You're now coming out of that. You're stepping in out of that. You're coming into your own, out of this past you where you felt like you couldn't truly step into your full potential. This is your soul realigning with itself. And that divine masculine that came through when you did all of this shadow work, that divine masculine popping through and complementing this divine feminine energy that you already have naturally is really what helped you be able to come into this rooted, confident place, which is beautiful. So we're going to do one more card here. How are we doing on time? We're good on time. Okay. We're good on time. We are good on time, honey. We're good on time. Okay. Spirit for pile number 1. Spirit for pile number 1. Spirit for pile number 1. What makes them unique? What makes them special? What makes them beautiful? And higher selves of pile number 1. What makes them special, unique, and beautiful? Okay, come on. Am I taking that? Yeah, okay. Death and rebirth. Darkness to light. Exactly. Exactly. That's what you've done. And do you see how that light is hitting her dress in the perfect way? Like it is making her look ethereal. And that's you. You're very ethereal. That's like your energy here. Very flowy, very ethereal. The Jaguar spirit could be coming through to work with you as well. I'm seeing 2 jaguars here on either side of her. Thank you. I was looking for that last card and we got it. And then we have sacred gratitude, reverent appreciation, and prayer. Yeah, you have such, you honor. Yeah, that's the right word. You honor everything around you. Everything around you is sacred because you understand energy grids. You understand cycles with the moon coming through here in the divine feminine. You understand giving and taking, balance. These are all things, principles that you understand from your past lives and just what you know as a soul. And so this death and rebirth, this is a cycle as well coming through. This divine feminine and masculine, this is that principle of balance coming through. The sacred gratitude, being able to honor what you see around you, giving as well as receiving, giving gratitude and giving that sacred appreciation for what's around you, and being able to receive energy back, for example, from nature, from Mother Gaia. When you honor energy, the energy honors you back, right? So these are all principles that you know that you've learned in past lives, and your soul gets this on such a deep level. And these are all things that you've mastered, these lessons, right? That are just coming through here. And oh gosh, you're such a beautiful soul. Like, I can't say it enough. And I don't want you to think that I'm being like disingenuous or I don't mean what I'm saying. I truly do mean it. Like, these are hard lessons to master. You know, pile 1, what's coming through here, what I just heard, it's very easy to know things logically. You can know something logically. You can understand something at a surface level. That's fine. What you understand are things at a soul level, at a much deeper level. You know how to live out these lessons, these principles, not just know them. 2 very different things. Who is it? I think it's Albert Einstein that said, to know and not to do is to not know. You know how to know and do. You know what I mean? You know all the knows, all the things, you know all the things. And then we have, miracles, ancient wisdom. You guys are very ancient souls. I'm not surprised. Healers in a past life. You're very mystics, very mystical souls. I wouldn't be surprised if you dabble in the occult in this lifetime, or if you consider yourself a witch, whether that's a green witch or a kitchen witch or cosmic witch or hedge witch. You know, whatever floats your boat type of a thing, whatever lane you fancy. Or a magician. You could identify with any of those things, but and more. Light worker, all of the above. But definitely psychic, definitely intuitive. This is just a side note. It doesn't really fit in with what makes you beautiful, but if you have not tapped into your intuitive or psychic abilities, I'm being told that you definitely need to, because this is strong energy here. And maybe this is a part of your next leg of your journey. You've come into this empowered state with this divine masculine. So you've mastered balancing your feminine and your masculine, but now it's like this next stage maybe to grow your spiritual abilities potentially. So you may want to look into just like learning, you know, I'm being told to, yeah, they're telling me not to say too much because they want you to be able to, it's an adventure, they're saying. They're calling it an adventure. So this could possibly trigger you to go down, you know, maybe a Googling adventure and just kind of see what comes up, you know, look into these different things about light workers and the occult and ascended masters and angels, and you're at a tarot card reading. So obviously you've kind of gone down a little bit of that path already, but you know, for some of you, you may want to experiment and kind of look into some more stuff, because I'm being told that this can be a further way that you can really embody who you truly are, because at a core level, your souls are very mystical, right? And I think it's fitting that in my pyramid or in my crystal grid, I put my pyramid organite in the very center, and that to me is very synchronistic. So ancient Egypt could resonate with you as well. You could have had past lives there as a high priest or priestess for sure. Anyway, yes, beautiful, beautiful. Pile 1, this has been your reading on what makes you stunning, unique, beautiful, all of the above. You're amazing. Again, I want to be friends with you. You're so freaking cool. Yes, queen. Yes. Or yes, king. Yes. Love you so much. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next reading. Hey guys. So as you can tell, it is the, actually it's a couple days later than when I originally started your reading. I was just feeling, that I was burning myself out. I was doing a lot of channeling that day, and Spirit was telling me adamantly, like, you need to stop. So when I was getting into the cards, things were just not flowing right like they normally do. And, you know, Spirit and my Spirit team was just saying, like, girl, you gotta take a minute, rest up. So I spent the day at the beach, and now we're back. And so let's go ahead and get into some tarot. But I wanted to provide you with a little bit of like context of, it was nighttime and now it's suddenly the day. What is happening? So that is what went down. So Spirit team of pile number 2, please tap me into what makes them stunning, unique, beautiful. As I was saying before, I was rewatching the video that I had done previously, and your energy really feels light. It feels airy. It feels like I have a breath of fresh air. Very prominent wind. Spirits coming through here, wind elements. So there could be a need for you to kind of get out and maybe take some walks. Maybe you're stuck inside too much and the air is stagnant around you, because I'm definitely getting that feeling of like breathing fresh air is how your energy not only makes me feel, but it's almost as if that's kind of what you may be needing right now. And just this morning I was driving around in my car, and I rolled my windows down, and it made such a difference in just me being able to take a breath, relax. Like I was in this go, go, go mode. And then I was like, wait a second, it's a beautiful day. The birds are singing. It's sunny out. Like it's gorgeous. So that's just something that quickly came through. But you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Then we also have the Empress. Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised, pile 2 whatsoever. All right. Spirit team, spirit guides of pile 2. What makes pile 2 unique, brilliant, special, stunning, beautiful, all of the above? What makes pile 2 so brilliant and so unique? Oh, almost. Yep. Okay, there we go. Pile 2, Ace of Cups. Yeah, we're gonna get the full picture and then we'll do some channel-roo. Oh man, but this is just beautiful energy. Like, you can't you can't make this stuff up. Oh my gosh, Spirit is so funny. You guys are just, yeah, look at that. You can't see, actually. Look at that. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. That's you. That is you. Oh my gosh. Ugh. And look at this. Okay. Page of Swords. Not surprised. And then we also have the World. I love this image of the world that they use actually in there. It's beautiful. And bottom of the deck energy that we have is Six of Wands in reverse. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. You guys are like Moana. I keep hearing that song like, and I know there's just no telling how far I'll go. Da 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 da. I can't remember the words, but that song, the one where she's on the boat and she's heading towards the sea and she's like, there's so much possibility in life and wonder. Like, that's your inner child coming through. You're like you're like an adult inner child, like just taking on life, just like, yeah, let's go, let's have an adventure. Like, that's your soul, that's your spirit. There's this sense of, yeah, and the energy is flowing so nicely here. Yeah, I definitely needed to take a break. I was wearing myself too thin, I think, because yeah, this is exactly everything that I was getting initially. Just you being in this very, you're a very nurturing soul as well. That's what makes you beautiful too. It's like people can come to you and they feel taken care of. That's like exactly the phrase that I heard was people feel taken care of in your presence. People feel like they can relax around you. People don't feel like they have to put up any sort of fronts around you or any side. They don't have to, like, you know, what is that called? Put a mask on or, you know, put on whatever. I don't know what the word is, airs or something. You're able to allow people to be themselves when they're with you and they feel completely at home and at peace and very comfortable doing it. There's a lot of flower energy coming through here as well in the world. We have it here, here, here. So, and greenery also is coming through a lot in your spread, which definitely reminds me of this soft, like, energy. You take care of the smallest creatures. Look at how she's holding the bird right there and then the bunny rabbit at his feet. You take care of like the smallest of creatures. You may be the type of person where if you see a spider in your house, have you guys ever seen The Secret Life of Bees? You remember in the movie how the mom who passed away, she would always like leave a trail of, I don't know, bread or something to lead the, I don't know what it was it roaches or spiders? It was something like that, but it would lead the insects outside of the house so they didn't have to be killed. You may be that pile that where you don't want to like kill the spider that's in your house, but you may like get a little mason jar and, you know, some index cards, and you may like trap it in the mason jar and like let it free in the greenery, like outside of your house. That's your soul coming through. It's very much like a free like spirit where you just want to attack the world, but in the best way. You want to take it on. The world is your oyster. You have very intuitive abilities here with the moon coming through. We have 6 of those moons plus the one in the back of his head. And I'm drawn to this water as well. Like there's, yeah. So we have this milk right here. And then we have the water. We have the water that he's holding right there as well. So you guys are definitely very, what is that called? Clairsentient. So you're very in touch with your emotions. You're very in touch with your feelings. Yeah, we have water here and there as well. So you're very much like in tune with how you feel and you may easily take on the emotions of other people, which, you may, I'm being called, want to carry some stones. Labradorite is great for being able to keep your energy your own and not being able to take on other people's energy whenever you're out in public as well. If you want to put on like hats maybe, or something that covers up the crown chakra, because that is also a way that energy can be taken on very easily by someone who's very clairsentient like yourself and is very in tune with your emotions. But you oftentimes, it's like, because you're so aware of your own emotions and feelings, you can easily tap into how other people feel. And I think that's why people are so comfortable being around you, is because you understand them and they know that. You allow people to feel very like they feel their inner child coming through. They feel so taken care of, so nurtured when they're with you. It's funny too, I was mentioning spiders earlier, and there's the spider web in the back of the world card right here. But yeah, they feel so nurtured and taken care of in your presence. Like, you are that friend who is going to like bake homemade cookies and like brownies for someone's birthday and like tie it up in like this beautiful like box with a ribbon. And you may be very crafty as well, but you just care so much about other people, not to the point where you take on like codependency, where it's like your sense of okayness and your worth is put into how other people feel, especially about you. That's not where this energy is, I feel. It's just you really genuinely care about making other people feel valued, making other people feel special, making other people feel seen. Yeah, that's exactly the energy I'm getting here. That's like the crux of it. And that's why people feel so comfortable with you. It's like there's this cross between this nurturing side of you and this adventurous inner child sense of you. There's so much like joy, pure like joy that resonates deep within you, and people can feel that. You're like the friend who is totally like, do you guys want to go to the beach? And it's like, a Wednesday afternoon, and you may cut school early, or college or classes or whatever, or work. And you guys just like go to the beach for the fun of it. And you're the one who's always heading up these little adventures. Like, let's go to a concert, in the city this weekend. And you're the one kind of like spurring this very spontaneous energy in people. But it's like, for you, your gift as a soul is being able to open up this beautifully vulnerable, pure energy in other people. And that's like the essence of the inner child. It's very much adventurous, but it's also pure, it's sweet, it's vulnerable, it's open. Like there's this duality in the inner child that is beautiful. And it's like you embody that as an adult. But you bring that out in other people, even people who may have lost it. I'm hearing people who may feel like they're stuck in life. It's like the Wheel of Fortune coming through here. You're divinely placed in people's paths to be able to help them open up to the flow of life, to the richness of life, the wonder, the awe, the joy, the serenity, the adventure of life. Like that's you. And that's what makes you so incredibly stunning, like stunning energy here. This is very, very tough energy to not only have in yourself, but to bring out in other people. It takes a very, very special type of soul to be able to do this kind of work. And not everybody is able to get other people's defenses down. As we kind of grow up, it's like trauma, pains, hurts, past burdens may like cover up some of those, more free feelings that we used to have as kids. And it's very tough sometimes for us as adults to be able to access that energy back, because we're so concerned with the 3D world. We're so concerned with what society thinks is acceptable or right or necessary, like jobs and accolades and achievements and doing this and doing that and starting families and whatnot. But it's like somewhere along the way, it's like we lose having that time for ourselves to bring out that like pure bliss that we had as children. And don't get me wrong, like you're very much like a part of the 3D world. I don't feel any ungrounded sense here. Like you are grounded in this reality for sure. But what I'm also getting is that you have this ability to be able to tap into this like energetic blissful state as a child. And you do that so like effortlessly, it feels. It's almost like you can be like, boom, here's business, but like at the next second you're able to just completely take a minute and enjoy the view, or you know, get into a song and start dancing spontaneously, like in the middle of the kitchen or in the middle of the grocery store. Even I'm seeing someone with headphones in and you just hear like a great song, and then you just start dancing in the middle of the aisles. Like that's your spirit. You definitely like just embody this blissful inner child, and you bring that out in other people, which is such a rare thing to be able to see souls do for others, but you do it so effortlessly, and it's so beautiful. We need more of this in our world. And I love the fact that there are people like you that exist, Biology. Like I say that with complete sincerity. We need more people like you in this world. We need more of that inner child adventure, awe, wonder with the adults in today's society. We need more of that. Oh my gosh, yes. And then with the Six of Wands in reverse, I'm getting here that it's almost like sometimes you may feel that, what is the Six of Wands in reverse? I was almost about to read it as if it was right side up, but Spirit's telling me, no, it's different. So I was going to say again that when it's right side up, the Six of Wands really reminds me of the Page of Swords, in that, again, there's a lot of like adventure energy here. There's a lot of like, yeah, let's go and take on the world. But with it being in reverse, maybe, yeah, okay. Yeah, and the Devil in reverse is right behind that as well. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you actually, the energy that I was reading earlier for other people, that may have been you for a period of time in your own life where you got really bogged down with maybe the weight of responsibility of being an adult. And it's almost like this wish of like, I just want to go and, you know, sit in the middle of a forest and not have to, you know, go to this office for 8 hours in a day. You know, what are cars? What is driving? Like, I don't want to have to do this. I want to go run free in, you know, the wilderness, and I want to go build a fort, you know, in the middle of the woods. That's you. And with the Six of Wands being in reverse, I feel like you almost had a trouble adjusting to the responsibilities of being an adult and being a part of the 3D world. And it's almost like you resented it maybe for a little bit, but you grew out of that energy. And so it's almost like now that you yourself have come out of that headspace and that mentality of looking at the 3D world or responsibilities as being bad, it's not necessarily that it's bad, it's just different. But you've been able to find a balance between that responsibility and this freeness as your inner child coming through, and you've been able to blend them really well. And so now it's like you almost help other people tap into that same ability through what you've gone through and what you've learned, which is beautiful. Love this. I love this energy. Okay, how are we doing on time? All right, we're a little over. That's okay. We're always over here on this channel. I feel it's fine. You know what? When Spirit needs to say something, and when you need to hear something, especially because sometimes I feel like you guys don't hear these messages. You don't hear this validation, this encouragement enough in your day-to-day life. And so it's like, yeah, let me go ahead and gas you up a little bit. Let me go ahead and, you know, hype you up a little bit more, and let me just go into detail about how amazing you are. Like, that's just how I feel sometimes, because it's like in the real world, maybe people misunderstand you. Maybe people don't see this. Maybe you don't fully understand yourself, and you need to hear what makes you absolutely incredible more often. So I think that is also why it's like Spirit is like, yeah, take your time here, go into more detail. Really tell them what's up, you know what I mean? So we're going to be going into this energy healing deck, which is beautiful. It's kind of odd to shuffle them though because the cards are so long. So I actually am doing a split deck technique to get the cards because I can't figure out a way to shuffle these yet. So Spirit, tap me into pile 2. What makes them so special, unique, and beautiful? Thank you. Yeah, the voice of the heart. And then we have this beautiful energy to go along with it. So at the voice of the heart, it says, I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. Beautiful. My intuition leads me on the path of light. Yeah, this is just basically confirming everything that I was saying here. I trust the song of my soul. That is exactly this energy. You are standing there firm. You're looking out and you're being like, heck yeah, let's do this. I am me. Hear me roar. Let's go. Let's go to the next adventure. Let's go to the next spot. I got the place all picked, right? We just gotta leave. We just gotta start. And that's totally you. It's like this fear, finding the voice of your heart. This is almost like your ego and your soul coming through. So ego typically is of the 3D, and that's where a lot of your fears will come in, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of self-sabotage, a lot of anxiety, depression. That's all kind of ego-based, from my understanding, at least. And then your soul is pretty much your higher self, right? So that is the piece of you that resides in compassion and makes decisions based off of love and not scarcity thinking. It's more abundance mentality coming through with your soul. And it's like yeah, exactly. So with the 6 of Wands in reverse, it's like this was your ego coming through. You almost resented these responsibilities and you were like, what the heck is this? Like, I don't really fit in here. I don't know what's going on. But as soon as you were just like, I'm not meant to fit in here, and you kind of released that resentment of the 3D world and responsibilities, and then you went back into your inner child, it's like that's the soul piece of you. That's the piece of you that absolutely knows who you are and is unafraid to show that, and is unafraid to kind of light the path with lighted lanterns. I'm being shown like paths with like little lanterns all lit up along it. And it's like you create these little like boop-a-doop-a-doop lighted paths for other people to come into their same emergence of their soul and coming away from their ego. And the ego isn't bad. And that's the thing. Responsibility, the 3D world, it's not bad. The ego is not a bad thing. Our shadow is not a bad thing. It is just a different aspect of ourselves that we may need to heal and integrate properly and balance with the soul, right? And so that's something to understand as well. But I feel like you do have a great understanding of that. You've really come into your own, and you have gone through this journey of becoming more yourself, of becoming more your spirit, in a human form. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Spirit, please tap me into the collective for collective number 2. What makes them beautiful, stunning, magical, and unique? Thank you. Yeah, what did I say? You guys, what did I say? We have joy, all right, and then we have this beautiful energy coming through as well. And I do this, I show you guys the energy just in case you want to pause the video and meditate on the energy. Sometimes I'm a very visual person, and so sometimes meditating on sacred geometry shapes, like pictures of them or pictures of actual energy, instead of visualizing it in my mind's eye, seeing a picture of it sometimes helps me a little bit more, especially if I'm growing in these abilities. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I didn't explain it for the last pile, but maybe I did get that you're very in touch with your emotions. And I did see a lot of moon energy here. So you are very intuitive. So and I was just pulled to up here, the feather and the little jewel in her third eye. Well, it's not exactly her third eye. It's above her third eye, but Spirit's directing me to the third eye with that visual. So you guys may want to, actually look up pictures of some energy, or look up sacred geometry and, meditate on that to be able to open up some spiritual abilities, if that's something that's up your alley or something that you want to grow. For some of you, I am getting that you do want to mature, those abilities. So that would be a great way to. I definitely, went through a phase in my journey where I was doing that a lot. And it's a great way, especially like as you're learning, it's good. But also if you're tired or you're kind of tapped out, or it's hard for you to visualize that day for whatever reason, your energy is just a little bit run down or lower. It's great for me to be able to like kind of put the training wheels back on, and it just makes it easier in general. So we have joy. We have like a child, I discover joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical movements, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. Yeah, inner child. What did I say? This is just confirming everything that I was saying before. Yeah, and then at the back of the deck, I was pulled to look at this. I didn't look at the back of the deck for pile 1, but this says me. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. Yeah, what did I say? Your soul versus your ego. And your ego, again, isn't bad. Your soul isn't better than the ego, but you're learning to reside more in the place of your soul, because that's where true abundance lies. And that is where it's like the flow state is also. There's no resistance in the space of your soul, okay? And that's what you're learning, and that's what you have learned. So, Spirit, please tap me into the collective for pile number 2. All right. What makes pile number 2 special, stunning, unique, brilliant, beautiful? Thank you so much. What makes pile 2 special, unique, stunning, and beautiful? Oh, almost. No, too many. I get a lot of almost sometimes, and I feel like that's just Spirit being like, there's something better. There's something better here. Okay, that one definitely wanted to come through. Ooh, yeah. What did I say? You guys may be wanting to build your spiritual abilities, and then we'll get into that one. So this is 18. Be a channel. Yeah, so I'm getting 2 messages here. So like I said earlier, sorry, I keep forgetting. Gotta cover the ladies up here, all right? Looking out. Good looking out. You may be just starting on your spiritual journey, or wanting to strengthen your spiritual abilities. And so definitely, it looks like what I said earlier definitely applies, but Spirit could also be calling you. Yeah, Spirit's also calling you to work a lot with music, is what I'm hearing. The reason being is because clairsentience, I'm seeing, is your strongest clair at the moment. And so you're very intuitive when it comes to being empathic. You understand people's energies very well because you feel them easily. So that's also why when you go out in public, covering up your crown chakra would be helpful, because you can take on a lot of energy through that chakra that isn't necessarily yours. And then you may get overwhelmed or exhausted or tired at the end of the night because you've just been out and about, or when you're in big social settings, you may feel drained afterwards. And that's because you're taking on everybody's energy, or people may be taking your energy, unbeknownst to you. But working a lot with music as well can help to strengthen that clairsentience. Being able to listen to songs that tap you into different emotions or different levels of like different headspaces is something that I used to do when I was younger, and I didn't realize that I was tapping into my clairsentience, but I was. And that definitely helped me be able to grow that ability. And also when I listened to music, something else that Spirit's telling me to pass along to you is I would imagine visuals. So whatever song that I was listening to, I would imagine different, colors or auras or energy, swirls or systems, or even just pictures. And I would go into these light little trance meditations as I was listening to this music. And the music is different for all of you, depending on, what gets you into that headspace. But I'm being called that music is really going to help you. And then also doing some light meditations with some visuals during those playlists that you create for yourself is really going to help you tap into your spiritual abilities better. The other message that I'm getting from this Bia channel is that, again, you are that bridge for other people, for them to be able to tap into the lighter side of life, to be able to tap into their inner child, that joy place within themselves, the heart space within themselves, versus this fear, anxiety, depression, responsibility, this feeling of lack that sometimes we can develop as we get older, and grow in those areas as adults. So you do a beautiful job of that. And and they're showing me this big column of energy coming through their crown chakra. So yeah, definitely cover up your crown chakra when you're in public, but you're for sure a channel for spirit. If you don't know that, then please be aware of that now because I'm telling you. But I'm definitely seeing that you are a true channel for spirit, and you are a light worker, obviously, but you help other people in such a beautiful way that, like I said, we need more people like you doing this work in this world. So big pat on the back for you, pile 2. And then we have number 17 here. We have stretch and expand. Yeah, that's you. That's your soul coming through, wanting to stretch even more and expand even more, to go out into the distance and see just how far you can go. 'Cause I know there's just no telling how far I'll go. Something. Anyway, I can't remember the song, but it's a Moana song. It's like the main title card song. But anyway, yes, beautiful. So that is definitely something that your soul is wanting, is to just have fun more, to just have more playtime, to be freer. And, you could do well with just maybe, I'm being told that you do such a good job of being able to tap into like this inner child state, but even maybe making more time for it, maybe buying clothes that really express your inner expression of your inner child and your soul, or buying jewelry that's fun, or if you're a guy, like, same thing, whatever floats your boat. But just different things, or maybe rearranging your room or redecorating your room to make it a little bit more reflective of who you are on the inside, instead of maybe more drab like it could be right now. Bringing more color into it for some of you could be really helpful as you just express yourself and have fun with it. Have so much fun just letting go and exploring how you can better let out this inner divine self that wants to come through. And then we have number 16, come back to center. So yeah, coming back to who you are on the inside, embracing it and just letting it flow. Just letting it flow. And the way that this is done here reminds me of the crown chakra. So your crown chakra could also have a big glow up coming through. I just heard glow up, which is such a weird thing to say with your chakra and your spiritual abilities coming through, but you're coming into stronger abilities in your crown chakra for sure. That's what I'm getting there. Amazing, beautiful, so inspiring, pile 2. You guys truly are like the path, the way makers of the future, of this future world for sure. And I am so incredibly honored to have been able to tap into your energy. Thank you so much for allowing me to do that. And I will definitely leave you guys here. Be sure to like and subscribe to see more readings like this. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Okie dokie. Hello, pile number 3. So if you chose this beautiful amethyst, then this is for sure your reading. As you'll notice, it is now daylight outside, so I actually had to take a little break because I was burning myself out. I was doing too many readings in one day, and I got through pile 1 and then started channeling for pile 2, and suddenly it's almost like, it's like when your computer kind of shuts down because it's overloaded. That was like my brain, and spirit was like, you got to take a rest. So I went to the beach. I feel amazing. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. We're feeling good, as Michael Bublé would say. and we're here. So anyway, so for your guys's energy, just kind of tapping in here, right? Immediately, what I hear is like femme fatale, like very girly girl, very much like in your kind of like boss queen energy. And I keep hearing Beyonce songs like Freedom, and then I hear Who Run the World, and then I'm hearing her newest song. I think it's called Alien Queen. Don't quote me, but her newest song is popping into my mind too. So there's a lot of just like very much like just silky, like femme fatale, like I said, vibes. This is exactly what I'm getting. And it feels like you guys have definitely, like, obviously physically you look amazing. So other people are very attracted to you in more than one sense. I'll let you kind of fill in the blanks there. But in addition to that, it's like you guys are very creative souls as well, is what I'm getting. So you may have a problem, kind of like Marilyn Monroe, where she was a little bit misunderstood because people thought that she was just her looks, but in fact, she was very smart. She was very well educated, and she had, different sides to her, many different sides to her. But some people maybe only saw her as like, a sex icon or a certain way. And you guys may have that trouble as well, where people may try to kind of be like, oh yeah, you go in this category over here, but you don't belong in these other spaces. And you're like, wait a second, what if I can be here and here and here and here? Like, why can't I be all the things? Why does it have to be just like pick one? So I feel like you're very, you may be very into like, what is it called? Like women's rights, gay rights, also the LGBTQ community, and what else am I getting? It's like you like to stick up for those. Yeah, it's like there's this very like righteous energy here, very like justice will be served. Like you may also be very engaged in animal rights as well. And yeah, Black Lives Matter movements, just really anything where there's work to be done is what I just heard. Anywhere where there's work to be done, I go. So that was a little bit of your soul coming through there. But what I feel like what makes you beautiful is you stand in your power, you know your worth, and you have fought to get to the place where you're at today. Being able to just be so bold and so confident, but at the same time you have such a beautiful heart, you have such a creative soul, you have such a free-flowing spirit. It feels like it's almost like 70s energy mixed with like artist vibes, like a classical painter, like Leonardo da Vinci or like Van Gogh or Picasso, some painter like that. I don't know, your spirit feels like art, if that makes any sense. But you're very pleasing to the eyes as well. So, that may be a struggle for you. Like I said, of people projecting maybe only one certain type of stereotype onto you, but you're like, wait a second. Yeah, I do take care of my appearance, and yeah, I do work hard with that, but at the same time, there's so much more to me than people understand, than people really know. And I want them to be able to see that. I want them to acknowledge that. I want them to be able to notice that this other side of me. And pile 3, first of all, people are noticing it. I feel like you just come through with like such a powerhouse voice of, listen, you're going to hear me whether you want to or not. I'm here and I'm speaking. Let my voice be heard, kind of a thing. I'm speaking. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just heard, is I'm speaking. So I love this energy so much. You're very much like rooting for the underdog, but at the same time, you know your worth and you stand firm in that, and you don't allow other people to push you around or to be able to project their own certain what is that called? Limitations onto you. You're like, no, you can save your limitations for yourself if you'd like, but I will have no part in taking on any of these stigmas that you want to throw my way. No, thank you. That is totally you. And I am here for this energy. Can I just say, this is beautiful. I for sure need to embody more of this energy. Like, absolutely. You know your worth and you're not afraid to speak up and say so. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, pile 3. This is off to a magical start. So, spirit team, what makes pile 3 so unique? And ooh, already, here we go. Yeah, King of Swords. What did I say? I'm going to get the full picture here before I channel. I find that, my pendulum. Oh no. It's really synchronistic actually that my pendulum just fell now, because I've had this up all day and it's been fine until this very moment. So I just recently started working with opalite, which is what this pendulum is made of. So you may be being called, I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to undo it because I have it kind of wrapped around my base, but it's like this opaque kind of beautiful stone. So you may want to get a piece of opalite and work with it. I'm hearing that it could help you. And yeah, there's this moth energy here as well. So moths actually may be calling to you in this moment as a spirit animal. That I'm feeling more the opalite than the moth, but for maybe one or two of you, you may want to look at the moth spirit, because it's very intuitive. It's very spiritual. It has some really positive qualities to bring certain individuals who choose to work with the moth spirit. So, look up opalite for sure. If you're feeling pulled to it, look up moths as well as a spirit guide, spirit animal, and you may want to do that. So we're also showing here the Lovers. Yeah. King of Swords and the Lovers. Beautiful start. Ooh. And then we have the Five of Cups. Yeah. You've been really misunderstood, pile 3, and it's hurt you. It really has. Yeah, and it's almost, I'm sorry. I always say I'm going to get the full picture before I start channeling, and then I start channeling in the middle. And I'm like, hello, what did you just tell yourself? We have 6 of Cups here. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's amazing how that happens, where it's just like the cards come out and they confirm every single thing that we were just talking about. It's almost like I'm intuitive or something. What the heck? All right. Yep. And then we have the Ace of Swords. See, I need to do a better of standing in my own energy too, pile 3, because I feel like if I were you, I would have just said it like it is. I would have been like, I'm freaking psychic and I know it and I'm dang good at what I do and I own that. But obviously I have some work to do. So I'm taking notes as I'm channeling your reading. I'm like, okay, I need to be more like pile 3 here. Because you're not afraid, you know your worth, and you're not afraid to speak about your worth. It's like, no, I'm not going to make myself smaller in order to make other people more comfortable. I'm not going to lower my voice in order to make the patriarchy happy, is what I just heard. That is your spirit. You're just like, I'm here. I'm not about to sit down. I have things to say. Please listen. You know what I mean? 10 of Swords. Yeah, in reverse. Okay. Yes. So, can you see all of that? We're good? Yes? Okay. Beautiful. So yeah, where to begin? So, okay, with the 6 of Cups especially, I'm seeing here, you're like that helping hand. You love to help other people in need. And like I said earlier, you may be involved in a lot of movements. You like to help the underdog. You like to be a part of social change, social justice. You're very much like that spirit of wanting justice to be served, of wanting things to come out. Yeah, Ace of Swords, you're very righteous in the way that you want decisions to be made. You get very angry at certain political leaders, at certain political outcomes that may happen, and you may be, some of the grassroots movement that happens for, making sure that certain petitions get signed, or making sure that, certain what else? Petitions, also links to be able to help donate to certain causes because of certain disasters. Like, you're definitely that person who will share that type of information to be able to help to educate others, and to be able to make a difference themselves. It's like, yes, you're here to speak out, but you understand that you can't do it alone. You need to awaken the collective. And it's like, that's what you are. You're like an awakener of the collective. You're an awakener, and you're meant to help other people open their eyes and truly see what's going on around them. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting, so a lot of bird energy here, and then we have the crow up here as well. So it's almost like you're helping other people open their eyes and see from a higher perspective what exactly is going on. That is what is so beautiful about you, pile 3. You have, yeah, and again, we have another, this isn't exactly a bird, it's a mythological creature that I can't remember the name of. Reminds me of the Harry Potter hippogriff, something like that. But yeah, it's like you allow people to truly see what's happening, and you're like, don't bury your head in the sand. This is going on around us, and we need to be awake, and we need to understand what's going on so that we can change it. That is your energy. That is your soul. Yeah, exactly. We have lots of sword energy here as well. So it's almost like you are, in a past life, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a king, a queen, a ruler of some sort, a very high ranking individual in an ancient, civilization, or in a different star system. If you resonate with being a star seed, fill in the blank, whatever resonates for your instance. But I'm definitely getting that here. Your soul is very used to being in a level of leadership, and in a very high ranking like social hierarchy, I guess. Like, you're very much high up there in past lives especially, and so you carry that same confidence and rootedness and groundedness into this lifetime, and that certainly comes through, and that shows in the most beautiful way. But at the same time, you have the most caring heart. Yeah, you have the most caring heart, pile 3. You are so beautifully, it's like your soul cracks open when you see injustice being done. Your heart just like melts whenever you see other people suffering. And it's like you want to have a hand in changing it. Don't mind that. That's my ridiculously loud air conditioner. Hopefully you can still hear me. But yeah, it's like your spirit, your heart just cracks open, and you want to be able to be that divine force that helps bring about change, justice, bring about what's well-deserved for those who need it. That's what came through. Your soul is saying what's well-deserved for people who need it. You want to make sure that that happens for others, which is beautiful, so beautiful. But again, people have misunderstood you. People have put you in a box. When you speak out, not everybody likes what you have to say. And that's with anybody, that's with anything. There are always going to be haters trying to pull you down. Do you see this arm right there trying to pull her back into the water, and all of these spilled cups around her? It's like there are people who dislike what you have to say and may try to tear you down and try and say, you have no right to say that. You have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you to be able to speak out on these issues? Who are you to be able to say this? But it's like, at the same time, you understand, while it hurts, it's like the pull of your soul and this calling matters more to you. And that is what makes you so incredibly beautiful, is you have such a divine sense of what's right and what's wrong. And you care, and it hurts, but it doesn't stop you. It doesn't tear you down. It doesn't make you just be like, well, people don't like what I'm having to say, I might as well just quit this. No, your soul is like, I'm freaking back and I'm going for another round. Like, you knocked me down in that last round, but I'm here and I'm stronger and I'm going to say what I need to say. You're like resolved with this 8 of Wands energy. I'm going to say what I have to say no matter what. Beautiful. So yeah, there's like this divine feminine edge to you is what I'm feeling. It's like, yes, femme fatale. Yes, you're gorgeous. Yes, you're beautiful. You guys could be dancers is also what I'm getting. I'm feeling dancers. I'm feeling very much models. You could have been, had a hand at modeling as well. But yeah. And they just pulled me to this too as well, the woman in here. It's like you're very much like a fairy type of spirit, which is so interesting. But it's like your soul is like this edgy fairy queen goddess, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? That's you, pile 3. Whether or not you may feel all of that in the 3D sense at a soul level, that's for sure the energy that I'm picking up here. Because for some of you, it's like, yeah, you stand in this knowing of who you are, but others of you, you're like, there's that self-doubt that creeps in from time to time. There's like, am I being too much? You know, or is this really what I should be doing right now? You know, everybody else says X, Y, and Z. Maybe I should go along with what they're saying. Maybe I should believe what they're telling me, about who I am, instead of believing my own heart, believing my own soul. Some of you may deal with that confliction, but I'm here to tell you for sure that no, do not listen to other people. They don't know what they're talking about. You know what's best for you. You see inside of your heart, inside of your soul, and you need to live out that version of you, because that version of you that lives from that heart space, that beautiful heart space, is what's going to allow this world to flourish, pile 3. Okay? You guys could be pulled to start nonprofits as well, different charities. I'm definitely getting that here too. You may work well with kids also is another thing that I'm getting. You may be a teacher. You may also, I'm hearing, run a daycare for some of you, or work in a daycare. You may have had to be the parental figure for your siblings when you were younger is another thing that I'm getting as well. Either way, I'm just getting a lot of child nurturing, like kid energy here also as well. So there's this like divine feminine softness to you, but there's like this righteous anger about you as well. But it's beautiful the way it's put together. It's like this divine sense of justice that you carry out for the world. Does that make sense? This is awesome. I need to take notes from you, pile 3. I need to embody this energy more. This is gorgeous. So we're also going to pull from my energy healing deck. It is beautiful, but the cards are a little bit like weird the way that they're like so long. So we're going to shuffle them a bit like this, and then I'm just going to split the deck to get some more energy cards. One more. Okay, that's good. All right, Spirit, what makes pile 3 so beautiful, unique, stunning, and beautiful? Thank you. Okay, inner work, beautiful. And there is the energy that is coming through. It says, God brings me ideal situations for my inner healing. And this says God. You can fill in with spirit or the universe, whatever your beliefs are, just fill in the blank for whatever resonates most with you. It says, as I become aware of my weaknesses, I turn them into strengths. I direct my thoughts towards the light and see the positive side of every stage of my life. Darkness turns into courage. Thus, I get stronger. Yeah. Totally. This is exactly the energy that I was getting. Sorry. Let me get my life together here. This is exactly the energy that I was getting here it's like these other people telling you who you are, what you can do, what you can't do, telling you whether or not you should believe in yourself. This has really hurt you, pile 3. This has really played a huge kind of impact in your soul's growth, but only for the better, because it's made you stronger. It has made you see that yes, I can be courageous. Yes, I can be strong. Yes, I can be fierce. And I'm going to speak up no matter what. I'm going to be myself no matter what. I'm going to live my divine truth and embody that every single day, no matter what other people may try to tell me. That is exactly what you have been doing, and you've been working through that, pile 3. Tough work to be able to ground yourself in that type of mentality and headspace, for sure. But you've done it. And you're not perfect. We're not perfect as people. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is what makes you so divinely special and unique is that you're not afraid to transform your weaknesses and those woundings that you may have gotten from other people, and been able to come back fighting like Rocky. This is like Rocky energy for me. It's like dun 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 dun. You know, it's like knocked down by the other guy. I can't remember his name, but the other guy who was like this really big, like, you know, boxing person, and Rocky's knocked down, right? But he comes back up and he's got a bloody mouth and he's sweating and he can't see out of one eye because it's swollen shut, but he's there for the other round. Like, that's you, pile 3. I get so into it. I'm going to pull one more energy healing card, and it's funny because this card actually, when I set the deck down, I had the cards all like this, but this card on top went like that. So I really feel like Spirit's drawing me to it. So it says harmony. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. It says, I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God or the universe or whatever you believe in. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. That's exactly what I was just saying, guys. That's exactly what I was just saying. Yes. You transmute it. It's like you guys are divine alchemists taking these lower, like this lower material like lead and like mud and gross filth and all of this negativity, and you like transmute that into this beautiful like divine gold shining, you know, diamonds, you know, that is joy, that is happiness, that is inner confidence and strength and conviction. Through this fire, you're able to transmute all of that energy, for sure. And then back of the deck energy, we have choice. Exactly. And there's the energy coming through for that. So it says, I choose serenity, light, and positive energy. No matter what I go through, I choose happiness. I rise above fear and direct my thoughts to fill in the blank for your beliefs. Exactly. I choose serenity, light, and positive energy, no matter what. And that's this choice that you've had to go through, despite, you know, having other people bring you down, weigh you down, any sort of trauma that could have happened to you in the past. Trigger warning. Trigger warning for those of you, so you may want to skip ahead like 5 seconds or so, 10 seconds maybe. But I am getting, you know, some sexual abuse that may have happened here, or something to be domestic violence maybe. But that's for sure something coming through. So for some of you, I am definitely getting that you have healed, you know, that part of yourself, that piece of yourself. But for others, I am getting that there may be some shadow work that needs to be done in that area. So I definitely... I'm not a licensed physician. I don't want to direct you towards any specific resources either, because I'm not too well versed in that, and everybody lives in different cities and locations. So everybody's situation is going to be different, but I am encouraging you to definitely, you know, maybe seek out some professional guidance. I see a therapist, you know, every other week, or not every other week, like once a month or so. And it's beautiful. I love that because it allows me to be able to see my what is it called? Like, I don't want to water this down, because this is such beautiful energy here, but it's like, they just may be able to help you. They may be able to help you, pile 3. And it's weird because now I'm stuttering. And before, it's like, I was getting, and I still am getting, this very divine, feminine, confident energy coming through. Like, I am going to speak my truth no matter what. But it's like, when it comes to this wounding, this piece of your shadow work that may still need to be healed, it's like there's definitely something that needs to be worked through here, something that needs to be opened up with love and compassion, and healed with a lot of grace, a lot of love. So I will leave it there. So that is that. And let's go ahead and pull some of these cards here. Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like, I don't want to minimize what you've been through as well. So I don't want to imprint too much. I don't want to say too much on that. All I am being told is definitely to direct you to do get some professional guidance and help, and maybe some healing workshops or one-on-one workshops, depending on your specific soul and situation and what you feel is best for you. Yeah, I'm being told that everyone's going to be different. So use your intuition with that, okay? But I definitely don't want to minimize what you've been through. So I don't want to go into too much detail about describing kind of the energy that I'm feeling. And everybody is different as well. So spirit guide, spirit team for pile number 3. Ooh, thank you. This came out actually. Yeah, these came out for pile number 2 as well. These 2 exact ones did. So we have number 18, be a channel. So yeah, you guys are definitely, I'm gonna cover her up there. You guys are definitely light workers coming through to help embed these light codes into the 3D. Beautiful sacred work is what you're doing, and stretch and expand. Yeah, so you're being called to speak more of your truth, to keep saying it out loud, to be able to just not care, absolutely give no F's is what I just heard. Absolutely give no F's towards what other people think, because no one can say what is true for you. No one can tell you who you are except for yourself, pile 3. And there's just this immense like bliss letting go in this, that it's like, yes, let me go ahead and just fall through this. Let me fall into this. Let me surrender. Let me flow with life. This divine feminine coming through. You are such gorgeous energy. Pile 3, such gorgeous energy. And then we have be fluid. Do you want me to take it out? Okay. 10 is be fluid here. So we have some mermaid energy coming through. And then we have number 43, consciously complete. Exactly. Yeah, and do you see this heart here? There's a heart, and the bottom of it is a key. And it's like she's looking into this light here. But there's a call for you to kind of delve more into yourself, your soul. What sets your heart on fire? What makes you feel completely joyful, overjoyed, and being able to be aware, have more intention, I'm hearing. But in terms of, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting more into like helping you guys, but this is more like what makes you beautiful and stunning, and yes, all of those things. But with the fluid, be fluid, I'm definitely getting this, again, flowy, defined feminine energy. There's very much like this, where is it? Here it is. It's like you make other people feel like their heart melts in your presence is what I'm getting. Their heart melts in your presence, and you're looked at not just for your beauty, but also for the way that you carry yourself. You're very graceful. You're very elegant in the way that you move and the way that you may speak. That's something that I'm getting as well. And like I said, dancer energy for sure here is coming through with all of this kind of like free-flowing body posture that I'm getting. But yeah, and it's like animals may love you as well. Animals could come up to you and they could love being in your energy. I'm being drawn to the goldfish here, especially. Goldfish symbolizes a lot of abundance and wealth. So, hey-o, side bonus free message for you guys. a lot of abundance headed your way, especially. But we also have consciously complete. And it's like you're very much, yeah, it's like this is you looking down at what needs to be done in the world, and you're not afraid to be able to get in there and kind of get your hands on what needs to be healed, where this light needs to be drawn to, right? Opening people's eyes up to be able to help heal, to be able for them to help see what's happening. This is you, and you're getting it from the divine realms. You see the galaxy here in the background, the night sky coming through here. You are truly a channel, right? Be a channel. You are truly a channel for spirit coming through, and you seed. That seed is such a weird word to use. I need to stop saying that. It's such a, anyway, you bring that light energy through here to this earth, to this planet. People feel that lightness coming through. People feel that love coming through. And you have such a big heart, Pile 3. You have such a big heart, and it's coming through here especially. Your heart is not only going to help you in your, I'm also hearing it's going to help you in your shadow work as well. Any shadow work that needs to be done, but people are drawn to your heart. That's why animals love you so much, is because you have such a beautifully soft energy when you need to. But at the same time, you're not afraid to embody this King of Swords energy, this Ace of Swords energy here, and be like, let's go to battle. You know, let's charge. Let's fight for what we believe in. Let's get that justice. That is totally you, Pile 3. And it's wonderful. Can I just say? Absolutely gorgeous. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we have flow with divine timing. Yeah, it's like, okay, what I'm getting here, you're such a beautiful balance of this, where is it? Yeah, this swords energy, this King of Swords, Ace of Swords energy, but also like the Lover's energy that I was getting here, and also the Six of Cups energy that I'm getting here, and all of this divine feminine energy coming through here as well. You're such a great balance of those two sides of yourself, masculine and feminine. Not an easy task, Pile 3. Not an easy task. I'm gonna be the first to just congratulate you, give you a high five, a pat on the back in being such a beautifully delicate balance between the divine feminine and the masculine, because a lot of people may feel more comfortable in one more than the other, and being able to embody both energies is a rare thing to be able to find in a soul, but I'm being told that you do that extremely well. So amazing. Pile 3, gorgeous, beautiful souls, inside and out. You're just incredible. And again, let me just reinforce that for you. You're freaking amazing. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helps a little bit for you. Do like and subscribe to see more videos like this. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next reading.